Pen.
Colin! I did not know you would be here.
Sorry to disappoint. Who is that?
I'm sure I've never seen her.
Have you seen Miss Thompson?
She is ill. My mama had to stay home with her. Papa had to chaperone.
I do not believe so. Good day, Pen.
Our host looks a bit fussy. Do you think if he goes to bed, we all have to leave? I was lucky the lady produced an heir before the old girl croaked, no?
Lucky indeed.
Mr. Bridgerton, I believe you owe me a dance this evening, and I have only one more space remaining on my card at present.
How convenient.
Penelope, I did not see you there.
I'm afraid I cannot offer you that dance, Miss Cowper. I am to escort Miss Featherington to the floor.
But do you not think the boy bears a passing resemblance to Lady Trowbridge's footman?
Penelope. What a barb.
Pen, he is kind and funny and a surprisingly accomplished dancer. And, well, I'm sure you've seen him with the small Bridgertons. He will be a wonderful father.
I have been trying to get in front of Miss Thompson all night. Surely she cannot be interested in Lord Rutledge, can she?
I think the only thing Miss Thompson is interested in is a swift rescue indeed.
I believe you're right.
Colin, I did not meet...
Mr. Colin Bridgerton for Miss Thompson.
Surely, though Colin is a touch young for marriage, you do need someone who will propose soon.
But that is why Mr. Bridgerton is so perfect. He's not like the other young men who play games and guard their affections. He is eager.
I shall need to bring you something unexpected. A bushel of tomatoes, perhaps.
Marina hates tomatoes.
That is untrue. I love tomatoes. Pen, I believe he will propose soon. I shan't have to marry Rutledge.
I am uncertain of my travels at the moment, Pen.
But you are so keen to travel.
It is true.
Do you think this is wise?
Whatever do you mean?
Colin is young. Years from seriously thinking about marriage, and I would hate to think Marina is simply wasting her time she simply does not have, of course. That is all.
If I were to marry Mr. Bridgerton, you would be connected to what I gather is a very powerful family indeed. Think what that could do for your girls. Pen, I neither know nor have time for any of these men. Now, where is Colin?
You can choose anyone but him. He is my friend, Marina. I have known him forever. And I do not want him to be tricked and deceived into a lifelong commitment. You must not do this to a good man.
I would like to make a small but rather important announcement. I have asked Miss Marina Thompson to be my wife, and she has accepted.
Colin. Right, I have a word. It's a rather delicate matter. I wish I did not have cause to raise it, but I believe you deserve to know. What will you do when Colin realizes the child is not his? That day will come. He is not simple.
What I will do is live safe in the knowledge that my husband is a good and kind man.
Her heart belongs to another. His name is Sir George Crane. He's a first son, a soldier. They grew up in neighbouring properties in the country. I am sorry, Colin, but I have seen their love letters. I felt you should know before it was too late.
He will care for us both, come what may.
But what of him? What of Colin?
You really are very good, you know that.
You love him.
What?
No, it makes sense now. Your objections, your meddling. You love Colin Bridgerton.
You know not of what you speak.
I believe I know so much more than you, Pen.
You misunderstand. This was no mere flirtation. Marina loves this man. She loves him still.
And yet she's marrying me. Trust me, Pen. Do not fret.
Your love is an unrequited fantasy. Colin sees you as you are and regards you no differently than he does Eloise.
As if the Featheringtons did not have enough to be dealing with, Miss Marina Thompson is with child.
What of Colin? I've seen pieces from the news.
His pride is wounded, but he will be quite well. The gentlemen always are in these matters, but Pen, you have not heard what people are saying.
You were right about Colin. He is a good man with a good heart. You were very good to him. I am certain one day he will see it.
Enjoying your evening?
What?
Are you enjoying your evening?
Yes, I just came from the dance floor. Colin, I wish to tell you something.
I have something I wish to tell you as well, Pen. I'm leaving. First thing tomorrow morning, I begin my tour. I'm to start in the Mediterranean. It was actually you who inspired me. You kept reminding me how much I longed for travel.
Good luck on your tour.
Some endings seem more permanent than others.
Colin has been keeping me informed of his adventures in Greece.
In fairness, I've stopped reading his letters. He rambles, does he not?
Well, he's certainly no Lady Whistledown.
No.
What you were writing?
I am not writing.
You were?
Prudence. Do not hand it back!
Little devil doll. Penelope was writing to Colin Bridgerton.
Well, that would explain the ink all over her fingers. I declare, Penelope.
Colin is my friend. Colin.
My brother?
No, not Colin. Colin!
Glad to see things have not changed.
Colin Bridgerton is no more your friend than I am the next Catherine the Great.
Pen,
Oh, Colin!
we did not get a chance to speak this morning.
We did. I said Colin, but then again, there was nothing of note. I had wanted to hear more about your travels.
I thought you would have been bored of my travels by now. You read and replied to more of my letters than anyone else.
What will it be for you tonight? A song? A jig? Some hidden hoop-rolling talent you've yet to share with the world?
I'm afraid I'm just a spectator. How have you been?
Well, I have been well, and you? Do not answer that. I know who you've been.
If you would simply open your eyes to what is in front of you, then you might see there are those in your life you already make happy.
You mentioned at the races you were never lonely. I only assumed... Never mind. Also, lonely, perhaps.
Well, I was never on my own, of course.
I see.
And who would that be?
You have your family. You have Penelope.
You are right. I was not exactly lonely on my travels. I did begin a real conversation with someone I had known for a very long time.
Colin! We, missed you at the ball last night.
Yes, I fear I was not feeling up to it. Your letters were so encouraging. I thought, if Penelope can see me this way, then surely I can too. Your sister seems happy.
That is one way of putting it.
Lady Crane was right about you.
Lady Crane. What did she say?
That you cared for me. That you would never forsake me. I'm beginning to believe that now. A man of commerce, is he not?
Yes. He has ruby mines in America. They are flourishing, I hear.
Well, perhaps I should introduce myself. Our relationship has taken shape so naturally over the years, one could take it for granted. You're my friend.
Of course. Your friend. How good to hear that.
Come with me. You have always been so constant and loyal, Pen.
I do not believe I deserve such praise for my loyalty.
How dare you take advantage of these poor ladies, Featherington, without a father or a husband to protect them?
Colin.
Are you all right?
I believe so.
Good, because we are dancing. But I expect you to return all of the funds you have collected and leave town at once. Penelope Featherington.
The way you were dancing with her looked rather interesting. You courting the girl, Bridgerton?
Ah, are you mad? I would never dream of courting Penelope Featherington. Not in your wildest fantasies, Fife.
It has been said that silence can wield more power than words. No one knows that better than me.
Is that her brother?
Colin?
Pen, it is good to see you.
Is it?
Truly, it has felt like I've been absent years instead of months.
Much has certainly changed in that time. Do you find yourself back in town for any particular reason? In search of something or someone?
If you're asking if I came back to take a wife this season, I'm afraid the answer may disappoint. Although, if there is one thing I learned on my travels, it is forever to expect the unexpected. Or was Eloise walking arm in arm with Cressida Cowper?
As you said, sometimes time moves rather quickly.
Pen, she did not look well, did she?
The Featherington girl. Why concern yourself with her?
Pen.
Colin, what are you doing out here?
I'm just getting some fresh air.
You have a visitor, miss.
Do you not need a chaperone?
Spinsters do not need chaperones.
You are not a spinster.
I am in my 3rd year on the marriage mark with no prospects to show for it. What would you call that?
Something wrong? Pen, between us, I mean. I wrote to you this summer, as I always do. Why, you did not respond. Admittedly, very few did, but if you are going to make me say it out loud, I miss you.
You miss me.
I'm not the man I was last season. And I'm most certainly not ashamed of you, Pen.
You miss me, but you would never court me, is that correct?
Pen,
I overheard you at my mama's ball last season, telling everyone how you would never, ever court Penelope Featherington.
Do you have any idea who she might be?
I do not. But trust me, if I ever find out, I will make sure it is her life that is ruined.
So, how do we begin? Or perhaps there is a book I might read on charm.
Let me help you.
Help me how?
I was in 17 cities this summer, and what I have learned is that charm... Gentlemen, I believe you know Miss Featherington.
How delightful to see you all. Such splendid weather we are having. Are you quite sure you wish to resume my lessons?
Penelope, I have been eagerly awaiting your visit.
As have I, but perhaps it would be better for me to meet you at the market instead of coming here first.
We are not going to the market this time. What is the one thing in the world that makes you feel most comfortable now? Most at ease? You mentioned you were comfortable at Bridgerton House, so we're going to practice here.
It's one of the few places I could go unchaperoned and truly be myself, but it is no longer a possibility. Your eyes. A most remarkable shade of blue. Yet somehow they shine even brighter when you are kind. I might say something like that if you were a suitor.
Were you reading that?
No, I did not mean to.
Whatever you read was not meant for another's eye.
Mr. Bridgerton, we were wondering why an eligible gentleman such as yourself would help a spinster find a husband.
Especially someone who is so beyond hope of success.
What are you doing here?
I had to see how you were. Did you tell anyone of my helping Penelope?
No, I did not mean...
Which means you did.
I confided in Cressida.
Because you thought you could trust her.
I had thought that when you bought those dresses, it was only for your amusement, not that you earnestly believed you might find a husband in your 3rd year out.
In truth, I brought this on myself. A sad, stupid girl who believes she might possibly have a chance of love.
You must not say such things.
Do you kiss me? I could die tomorrow.
You are not going to die tomorrow.
But I could, and it would kill me.
You would already be dead.
I do not wish to die without ever having been kissed.
our kiss.
But I do hope you find what you are looking for this season.
It's good to see you.
Yes, it's good to see you as well. I hope... Well, I wish very much for your happiness.
Your brother is walking right up to Penelope and Lord Devling.
Do you mind if I interrupt?
Oh,
It should only take a moment.
Colin, you're going to ruin things between me and Devlin.
Well, perhaps that is for the best.
What do you mean?
How are you?
I'm well. Surprisingly well.
Pen, you cannot marry him. You hardly know him.
I know him well enough.
And I hear he is leaving. For 3 years.
I know that already, Colin. I'm going to accept his proposal.
Speaking of Mr. Bridgerton and the feelings between the two of you.
I can assure you, Colin Bridgerton would never, ever have feelings for me. It is laughable to think as much. We are friends, nothing more.
But would you like it to be more?
I thought I had succeeded. But these past few weeks have been full of confounding feelings. Feelings like a total inability to stop thinking about you, about that kiss. Feelings like dreaming of you when I'm asleep, and in fact, preferring sleep because that is where I might find you. A feeling that is like torture, but one which I cannot, will not, do not want to give up.
Colin, we are friends.
Yes, we do.
But I'd very much like to be more than friends. So much more.
Are you going to marry me or not?